And hello, my beautiful audience. It's your boy. I know I have not uploaded in quite time, but today we are doing another tier list video. I know, it's been a while since I did the Peggle tier list. Today we're doing a tier list for the Paint the Town Red weapons. If you don't know what Paint the Town Red is, it's a game where you cause a mass casualty event in either a bar, disco, prison, pirate cove, or a saloon. It's an amazing game. If I have to say, it's an amazing game. It's quite good. I haven't had it cracked on my PC, pirated since 3-4 years, but only recently I have bought it so I can get the achievements, and I realized the achievements are quite literally impossible, the speedrun ones and the Beneath. I don't play Beneath because I never know where to go, and I always die immediately, so I don't play Beneath. But yeah, today we are going to be talking about weapons. So I found this. It's not complete, but I guess it will do. I'll add something if I need to. So let's start with the first weapon, the apple, which you can find in the prison. Apple you can find in the prison. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking fix my phone. The apple you can find in the prison level, and despite being a niche thing, it can basically upgrade your punch, and if the enemy is weak, it can one-tap him. Because how one-tapping works in this game is if the enemy should be one-tapped, your fists will two-tap him. So basically damage him enough, and then you can one-tap him with the apple, or throw it across the room to lure enemies towards you. So I wouldn't go say, oh, it's an F tier. I'd say it's a D tier. It's a niche weapon, but it still has some uses. The ashtray you can find in the disco level is again almost the same as the apple, but it's smaller and harder to find, so I will place it in F tier because I never saw myself using this. I mean, I threw it a couple of times at people, but yeah, you don't have it's very small, and you're it's hard to find it. This weapon I can't really look at. I think it's the katana. Oh no, it's the barbell. It's the thing that holds the barbell together, the pole in the prison level. Yeah, this weapon, I don't know, because there's a better version, which is the complete barbell, which can one-shot any normal enemy. It's like this, but you have those plates, these plates on it. These plates on it. And it has a shit durability. These also get destroyed in one hit. It has shit durability. You at most you'll get 3 hits out of it. The pole itself is not a bad weapon. It's not too bad. But like I said, you most get 3 hits out of it, and it breaks. Still, it can 2-tap. Because there's 2 types of enemies in the prison area. A buff guy who has a little bit more health and does a little bit more damage than the regular one, so it can 2-tap a buff guy and 1-tap a normal guy. So I'll place it on B tier. It's good. It's a good weapon, but the problem is the durability. The plates for the barbell will go in A tier because there are 3 plates: small, medium, and heavy. Heavies you can't really throw. But they can again two-tap small normal enemies, and 1 and 2.5 tap the bigger guys. Because reason I say 2.5 because sometimes you 2-tap them, sometimes you 3-tap them, and they're pretty good. And even though you can't throw the heavy and medium ones quite far. The throwing also works you hold F, a meter fills up, and The more the meter is filled up, the more damage the projectile you throw will do, and something else, and the further it will fly. So yeah, honestly a good weapon. Good weapons, all of them deal the same damage, only ones you can throw further away. Next up we have the baseball bat. The baseball bat will also go in B tier because it does mediocre damage, but its redeeming quality is its immense durability. It's extremely durable, meaning you can like hit a bunch of people with it before it breaking, but it does mediocre damage. And the scenario I found myself in, like every time I use the baseball bat, is I get swarmed by like 5 or 6 enemies, and I like take turns hitting everyone before the baseball breaks, and then I like have them soften up for the fists or something, or some other weapon I can grab. Basically, this thing is a tenderizer. I mean, it's a viable option when you like go against smaller numbers, but in like crowds, which at the beginning you're very likely to get swarmed, it's not that good. The basketball will go in C tier because the potential this thing has to cause chaos is immense, because the basketball is the basket cube works like this. It's a light weapon, meaning you can throw it far away, but it also has a bounce mechanic, meaning you can when you like throw it at full force, it bounces around the map like on crack. And I'm sad I did not capture this on GIF, because this game has a capture GIF function. Like, I'll show it later. You can like throw it, fight with someone, and then the basketball will come back and hit him from behind. Like, it has good cross-map killing potential, but it does very bad damage and has a surprisingly large durability. The axe I will put on in S plus tier. The axe you can find in the arena game mode, which I have. Well, I've beaten the first challenge. There are 5 challenges with rounds, and each round there's something different. Sometimes it's puzzles or just pure brawn. And the axe you can find in like the second challenge in the arena, and in the first, and it cuts through people like butter and has pretty good durability. It's like large durability, large damage. It's all you want in a weapon. The bottle. Now the bottle and the broken bottle are actually the same thing. And the bottle I will put in A tier because it does solid damage, but it has a like durability that can only last around 3 hits. But after that you get a broken bottle, which is an S tier. There is a difference between blunt and sharp weapons. Sharp weapons can dismember people, to say the least. With the sharp bottle, like the most I managed to do is cut someone's hand off. But sharper weapons like the axe, and later on you'll see the cleaver and the machete, or the knives, can cut entire arms and legs off. Yeah, I want to say enemies usually have weak points. If you want to disarm an enemy, you want to strike with the sharp weapons, their arms and hands. Because if once you like hit them, because some enemies... Okay, I'm skipping all that stuff. There is a kick function in the game. I'm surprised not to put the kick in, because if I had to like put the kick as a weapon, I would put it in S plus tier, because if you press Q, you can kick people. The kick has a meter. When it's full, you kick someone across the map and basically stun them. This game has a lot of ragdolls, so it basically you kick the enemy, he flies across the map, ragdolls, and you can pick up any weapon he was carrying. Some enemies are either immune to kicks or do not drop their weapon when they are kicked. For like example, in the biker bar level, which is the first level of the game, you have like 2 bosses and 3 mini bosses. 3 mini bosses are the cooks. Cooks, when kicked, do not drop their weapons. So what do? I usually look for a cleaver or a knife, because there are like hidden shits across the map. You can find hidden weapons, knives, gun. Yeah, there's actually guns in the game. I don't know if you see the flintlock and the shotgun and the revolver. You can find hidden shit around the map, and you can, like, with the throw function, like when you hold F, you aim for their hands, you can cut their hand and their weapon will fall out. So yeah, kick is extremely good. But for the weak spots, I want to say is like when you like hit an enemy. Hold on, I'll have to go into paint for this. This is a rough like look on how the enemies look like. They have like, I don't have this. They have like more arms like this, and then like that, and then they have like a separate. Hold on. I'm just bullshitting as fast as possible so I can like show you. And then they have like squares for hands, and each time there's a square, it's a weak point. The weak points are usually, hold on, let me just draw this. The weak points are usually between the joints, like here, here, here. Yeah, I forgot that they have like these as well, like the fucking I don't know what you call it, elbows. But yeah, you want to aim in between the joints with the sharp weapons, because then you can either deal higher damage or dismember them. If you dismember them, the next if like dismember a limb that's like an arm, the next hit from anything is guaranteed to be a kill. While if you manage to cut the legs off at the joints or from like the kneecaps or the torso, it's an instant kill. And it, like I said, it usually works with sharp weapons. You can also use blunt weapons to like kneecap them as well, but it's not really like a viable option. Hands are like the entire hand is a weak spot. Also, if you're like using a weapon like the cleaver, which is on the weaker side of the edged weapons, you wanna basically aim for their spine. You like go behind them and then look for like where their spine should be and aim there. So yeah, sharp weapons are good for hitting those weak spots, like I said, spines and joints and connections. So yeah, pretty much good. This thing can like last quite a while. If this thing has shit durability and medium damage, it has high damage and medium durability. The broken martini glass is basically a less durable beer bottle. You can find it in the disco. It's basically a full martini glass, like a normal one. You hit someone two times. You hit someone two times and hold on, and you get this. You hit another two times, it's broken. It's not really good. It's good to throw at people to like alert them. Money is absolute shit. You can find it in the manager's office on the disco level, and the disco like the disco level boss. You have like two bosses of the disco level. Those are the pimp and the samurai, also known as the manager. The samurai has the highest health out of any boss in the game, and he has the strongest damage dealing weapon in the game, that being the katana. Here it is. He is an extremely hard boss to kill because he has like 12 guards who function as mini bosses. They like have the same health as the pimp, but they do like normal damage. They're like beef sticks, meat shields. So yeah, not really a good thing. You can throw it at people, like it's I used to rely on this when I played arena mode, but then I beat it and like have no reason to use this again. Spiked knuckle dusters, S tier, also an arena mode classic. You gotta get it in the first few levels and you never see it again. It's a good weapon. Chairs, E tier. I do not like chairs at all, even though they're the most abundant weapon. Using them, they like do very high damage, but they only have like hit or 2 in is their durability. There's like 3 kinds of hits: the direct hit when you like press the mouse button, the heavy hit when you hold the mouse button, and the overhead hit when you hold the right mouse button and then you press the left mouse button. It's like heavy, like light hits do not like do anything when you're unarmed. When you have like your fists, the most reliable thing you're doing is you're hitting like side hooks when you like do this, and if you like hold it on, it's an uppercut. Like the fists are very bad, so to spare you all the bullshit of me explaining how the fists function in this game, use them only like hold the right button sometimes, then press left. That does an uppercut. Uppercut is like the most heavy hitting fist attack. It's a bit hard to pull off. So like the fucking how do you call them? I forgot. You hit them from the side basically. Cross, and the cross is also a good option, I guess. You like need 5 crosses to someone's head to kill them, and then you like have with the tap. You do not tap with the fist. Then we have the cleaver, which is C tier. It's a sharp weapon, but it requires either 2 hits or 3 hits to kill someone. It's not good. Like I said, usually aim for the spine or throw them at the joints, or crouch and then do a cross, like a heavy hit with the cleaver to cut someone's legs off. Full martini glass, same as an A tier. It's useful, I guess. This thing goes in S tier. It's the comb. The comb you can find on hairs in the disco level, because some people have afros in the disco level, and you have combs in their hair. Combs act as sharp weapons. They're basically a less durable knuckle duster, this thing, so they hold up quite well. The black cube. I don't know what the black cube does. I found like they can be found in the biker bar, in the safes. To open a safe, you need to hit it with a lug pipe or lug wrench. I don't know what this thing is. It's for like tearing off lug nuts. I don't know what it does. I mean, it looks like it because in the biker bar there's also cue balls. There's a black cue ball, but if I'm going to judge them by basing them on the cue balls because they look like that, I'm putting them in E tier because they do light damage, can be thrown, and have like they're designed to be thrown. Also, like chairs. Chairs are also good as a throwing weapon, but absolute shit as a melee weapon. So that's what I'll raise them in D tier. The cue balls is, like I said, high durability, low damage, and are made to be thrown. The cutlass goes in S tier. You can get them from one out of, you can like the 4 pirate captains in the Pirate Cove level. There are 4 pirate captains. 2 doing a deal like on the edge of the map. 1 on the place you spawn in, and the boss, Captain Blackbeard, carry cutlasses. They're very good weapons. You can also find it hidden across some rocks in the Pirate Cove level. There's like a small parkour section you can do with the rocks, and then you can find it on some stone there. A very good weapon, good durability, and actually very satisfying to throw. Daggers, I'll put them in S tier. You can find them on a bunch of people in the Pirate Cove level. You actually need to pick up a dagger to get to the pistol, because it's a ship you spawn on. You spawn on a ship, and then you like have to climb a mast, but because there's no climbing in this game, you have to like grab a dagger that's stabbed into the mast. You get launched up. You have to like time it to land on the top of the mast, a skyscraper, if you will, because that's how they were originally named. And then make your way over a tight rope and get the flintlock. But as a stabbing weapon and a throwing weapon, they are they're like one of the better things you can find in the Pirate Cove. So yeah, S tier. The kitchen knife will go in B tier because it's better than the cleaver, but it's still nothing special. It like has a good lunge potential because if you tap with a knife, you do a lunge attack, which can quite easily hit those weak spots. And it has like a good lunge attack, but it's in stats pretty similar to the cleaver. Only thing is that this thing is better for a lunge attack, and that's all. Gun goes in S tier. It only has one bullet though, but that one bullet can like half the Blackbeard's, the pirate boss's health. It can half his health, and then you can like beat him to death with the pistol afterwards. Because the pistol has that much durability for one shot to damage the Captain Blackbeard enough, so you can like flip after like empty a gun, you flip it and use it as a blunt edge weapon. You can like beat him to death with the rest of the pistol's durability. It has good damage and medium durability. It's like going for both things in S tier. Dumbbells are good throwing weapons. Melee, like when the time calls. You're being swarmed. You have like nothing. Grab the barbell, dumbbell. Grab a dumbbell and start beating the fuck out of people. But I usually use them for throwing at people. Pans are going into the B tier because it's a solid blunt weapon. You can find them in prison and biker bar. They have like medium durability and medium damage. That's basically all they have going for them. It's just a good melee, like solid melee. Gladius going in S tier because it has low durability. It's basically a more damaging dagger with less durability. Like you can like get 5 or 4. I mean that's good because it has like higher damage. You get 5 kills, but in arena mode you're usually finding a swarm of around 100 people armed with one of these. So yeah, I'll put it in S tier. Guitars have abnormally high damage, but they cannot. Most of them you can get is 3 hits. So I'll place them on C tier because you usually have to risk going into a tight place and risk getting swarmed to get one of these. Only to realize that once that swarm comes, you can like down 2 people plus a kick, let's say 4, but you still won't get out. The meat on a bone thing from Don't Starve is going into B tier because it's basically the same as the frying pan. It's exactly the same. Harpoons are going to S tier because they have like very bad durability. They're basically one shot, one kill, and they usually break after one hit, but one tap most of the people you're trying to hit. Katana goes into the S plus tier. Katana has the highest durability and highest damage in the game. It slices through multiple people. So yeah, you can't say anything bad about the katana. The mace. Mace goes into S tier because it's not very like damaging, but it has outstandingly high durability, and it's basically everything the baseball bat aspires to be. The machete will also go into S tier because it has medium durability. It has very high damage and one taps most people to the head. Yeah, katana, like sharp edge weapons work like this. If you hit it here, like fuck, if you like hit him at like the cross I managed to do like here, you're usually going to have to hit him at least 2 times to kill him, while if you hit the head, it will usually be a 1-hit kill. Machete is good, only problem is you can only go through so many people before it breaks. Microphone is going into an S plus tier because it has very good durability. you can like get through a bunch of enemies. Medium damage is overlookable because you can hit so many people before it breaks, and you have 2 of them in the biker bar, maybe even 3 through some side rooms which I've never been to. The beer glass, I don't know how to. I forgot the German name for it. I know the Serbian, but I forgot the German. Yeah, basically the beer glass is going into A tier because if you time the overhead swing with it and the cross swing with the glass, you can 2-shot people. You can 2-shot at maximum 3 people with this. A single thing can kill 3 people in 2 shots. You know what? It's going into S tier while I'm moving the mace into A tier because this thing is objectively better than the mace. Police baton is going into S tier as well because it's a very abundant weapon in the prison level, and it usually 2-taps people. It's a quite good weapon. It's a very good weapon. Its durability is very high. Damage is medium. Nothing to complain really. Nunchucks are going into S plus tier. You can find them in the disco level and the arena game mode. They 1-shot to the head and even blow the head off, and they have pretty high durability. The thing in the game is the more refined the weapon is, the more the weapon you're using is meant to be used as a weapon, the better it is. The paddle has one thing that sets it apart from others. That is, its range is bigger than everything else in this game. It has the biggest melee range out of everything. It can hit people like... Oh fuck, wrong tool. So let's say if this is the map. This is... Hold on. This is you. Most melee weapons have the range of a little bit in front of you, like that. Meaning you have to like get an enemy to stand here. The enemies have a slightly lower melee range than you, so that you can like be in this distance and not just trade hits. They have a slightly lower melee range than you, so like it's like that. It can't quite reach you until you like move a little bit forward. But the wooden paddle has this as its range. So you have the enemy here who can't even dream of hitting you with whatever he is handling. And the paddle also has a very good durability and, let's say, high-ish damage, meaning you can quite literally sweep the floor with your enemies. Yeah, the only like its drawback is that every weapon here can be thrown with a degree of accuracy, but this thing, if you like throw it, will just fly off in a random direction. The orange is just a reskinned apple, nothing to say about that. The pimp staff. The pimp staff. Hold on. I don't know. Fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah. The pimp staff. I also moved the katana up there because it's a god tier weapon. The pimp staff is objectively the best melee weapon in the game because it has an absurdly high durability, an absurdly high damage. You can one-shot about 20 people before it breaks, or beat the living fuck out of a mini-boss and still have a few hits left to like beat a few more people down. The plates are C tier. good throwables, and solid finishers as a melee weapon. If you like rough someone up really bad, but he's still kicking, you can like hit him with a plate and he's dead. These things break in one hit and are, like I said, good to be thrown. They are abundant in the biker level. I think this is a pool. Yeah, pool Qs. Pool Qs are also going into the S tier because their durability. Hold on, I'm having like a brain block. Their durability is it can vary. Their durability can vary a lot. Sometimes they break in one hit, sometimes they break in 21 hits, and usually two-shot in enemies no matter what attack you're doing, and there's a large number of them in the biker level. It's a very good weapon. Because the biker level has two bosses. One is the biker boss, the guy who wields the machete. He's pretty easy to kill. And then you have the boxer, who, unlike others, has the same melee range as the player, meaning it's quite risky, and you have to do a lot of strafing and dodging. So if you want to beat him like melee like head on, so that's why the pool Qs exist, so that you can role play Leonidas from the movie 300 and. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Photos, I guess. So you can like roleplay Leonidas and then reenact that his helmet is stifling, clip, and then like throw it directly at his head. So yeah, peak weapons. This is a pan. This is a pot. The pot is slightly better than the pan because it has a little bit more durability. The damages are pretty much the same. Shotgun and the revolver I will leave for later. The toothbrush goes into S tier because it's a sharp weapon that's found in the prison level. They're pretty scarce. They never spawn. They're like, I know there's like 2 or 3 spawns in like the cell area of the prison map. But they're usually like wielded by prisoner enemies when the game starts. If you didn't know, when the game starts, you have like a small prep phase to choose where do you want to make shit hit the fan. They can one-shot people if you like aim for the necks and joints, or 3-shot if you like aiming for the body. They have very good durability and medium to high damage depending on where you're hitting. The shovel is going into S plus tier because it's basically the pull Q if you added how do you call it, a consistent durability. Yeah, it's basically the pull Q if you added consistent durability. It's a very good weapon. You can find it in 2 places. There are like only 2 at the. There's also another type of shovel, the long-handled shovel, which has a little bit bigger range. It's basically half of the paddle, but not exactly like as the play range. It's a slight. The long-handed shovel, which you can find in the saloon. Hold on, how long? 33 minutes. What the fuck is this? You can find in the saloon area, and like the bank part of the saloon, and it's a good, I guess. The shovel is just the pull Q damage with a good durability, which usually stays the same. Shower heads are going into E tier. They're mostly like used for like one quick hit and then they break. They're not really that good. They have like shit damage. I always thought they were like good damaging weapons because the hit they made was fucking nice, but it's bad. Ninja Stars F tier. I never use them because you have to risk going into a tight place and getting swarmed in the disco place. The spear S plus plus. Oh, my neck. And the spear is very good for throwing, good for stabbing. found in the arena, you can't like ask it for much. The Stake E tier, it's not completely useless since it has some damage value and ridiculously high durability. Barstool is exactly as the chair. Taser's going into S plus tier because it one shots an enemy and it has a ridiculously high durability. It mostly stays the same, which is like 7 hits. Lug pipe S plus plus. Even though this durability is comparable to the machete, the damage is objectively higher for a blunt edged weapon. The food plates going into D tier, C tier. More durability than the actual ceramic plate, and it's a metal tray, and it's good for melee use as well. Soap, F tier, again risking getting swarmed in a tight place. Found in literally any map there is a bathroom. Revolver, found in a safe in the bank area of the saloon. It's a better version of the flintlock. You have 6 shots and pretty much the same melee durability and damage. Shotgun you find in the guard like overlook in the prison area. You have like 6 shots, buckshot, meaning it spreads. You can shred groups in seconds, and the damage afterwards when it becomes a melee weapon, and the durability is also on point. So yeah, there you have it, folks. This is my official Paint the Town Red melee weapon tier list. See you in another video. I know this video is a ridiculously long video for fucking tier lists, but I really don't know what to say. See you later, folks.